Okay, hi guys, what's up? Look what I got. Yeah. Get my this thing right here. What's more powerful? What's more powerful, this or this? Time will tell, my friends. I'm frankly not sure. I'll tell you right now. I truly. So this is the video that so many of my fans have been wanting to see, and I've been talking about it forever, for like months. This is my second conditional acceptance video, and I am so fucking excited, dude, to show you guys this, because now I finally figured out what the next step is. I wasn't sure what I was going to do and blah, blah, blah. I haven't sent all this yet, what's on my desk, but it's going out in the next couple of days, so it's not going to matter anyways. So I want to show you guys, we're going to break down the entire conditional acceptance. The second one that I did, the first one I did is a lot simpler. This one's quite a bit more advanced. And then we're going to go into the next step as well, okay? So here we go. We're going to just jump straight into it. I don't want this video to be too terribly long. So let's just jump into it. I got my Polaroid camera. So here we go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through this conditional acceptance front to back. I want to see how much of myself is being taken up by the screen here. I'm going to reduce myself for this video just to make sure I'm not over top of anything. All right. So let's go to this. Here we go. So here we go. This was written on May 27th, 2022, conditional acceptance, okay, from Brandon-Joe, family of Williams, beneficiary, trustor, and secured party to the Social Security Cesta K Trust, all capital letters, Brandon Joe Williams, trademark pending, okay? So what that means is that I've already trademarked my all caps name, and I'm working on getting that process. It takes about 8 months. You can process your all caps name through the USTPO, United States Trademark and Patent Office. I think you can just go online, ustpo.com, and follow the instructions. I had someone help me, so I'm not totally 100% sure on how to do it exactly. But I do have a trademark pending for my name in all capital letters, so that's why it says trademark pending. Without prejudice is right here. You want to put that at the top of your document. That reserves your human rights. Here's my P.O. box. Okay. This is to the trustees and their principals. Notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. So what that means is basically to my trustees, which is AMEX, and then their principals and their agents. So let's say, for example, you're going to see later on in this video, you're going to see right here. So number one, Stephen-J, family of Squeary, okay? So he's the CEO of American Express. I sent this to him. Someone who works for him signed for the parcel. So that person who signed for him is an agent of Stephen J. Squeary. Okay, so notice the agent, which is this guy, Thomas Severe, which we're going to get into later on. He's the agent. So notice to agent is notice to principal. So it's like whether it's a receptionist or whether it's your lawyer or whoever it is that signed for this thing, notice to them is notice to you, buddy, and notice to you is also notice to them, vice versa, okay? So this was sent to Stephen J., family of Squeary, CEO of American Express, World Financial Center, 200 Vesey Street, New York, 10285, registered mail, return receipt requested, and then here's the number, the return receipt number, right? And then I did completion of service and designation of witness, so they were witnessing it, the United States Attorney General, Merrick E., family of Garland, and that went certified mail. Here's a number. And then Rob, family of Bonta, California Attorney General, 300 South Spring Street, Los Angeles, California, 90013. Certified mail, return receipt requested. And then because I'm sending it to New York and because Amex is in New York, I sent it to Letitia, family of James, New York Attorney General, Albany, New York, certified mail. Okay, all copies mailed will be original wet ink signatures, autographs by my hand, notarized individually. There is no justiciable controversy here. That's like I said in the course, honor and dishonor. So the honor and dishonor aspect of like courts only see disputes. So what I'm saying is there is no dispute here. There is no controversy here. There's a whole video on the free course about controversy. I'm probably going to put this video on my free contract killer sign-up page on my website. And the reason being is probably because just to have a third video. I have 2 videos on there now. This will be a third video. I'll have both my conditional acceptances on there. I think this is something that's good for more advanced people and stuff like that to be able to see my conditional acceptances. I've gotten a lot of questions about being able to see these. So I'll probably put this one on. It'll be post-course video number 2, and it's also going to be on the Contract Killer website. So it's going to be on the course too, okay? So this is regarding 2 different cabbage loans that equaled $54,100. And this also includes 2 different American Express accounts. One had $25,070 and one had $98,023, okay? So the first part that I roll into here on this conditional acceptance is basically the common law contract via the postal code, right? So the postal code says that once they sign for this parcel that I'm going to send them, basically we now have a common law contract. Okay, so that's basically what this section is. I just copied and pasted this from, I believe it was one of Christopher Hauser's friends, Lee Harvey Oswald. He had a conditional acceptance that Christopher Hauser sent to me, and this was on it, and I just copied and pasted it. Okay, the postal rule. So basically, it just states that the mailbox rule, and that when I send this to you and you sign for it, you're contracting for what I'm talking about. Okay. Then we go into Section A, definitions. Definition number 1, the most important definition, consideration. So these are some various definitions of the word consideration, right? That I handpicked myself from Black's Law that I felt applied to this particular situation. Okay, 4th edition, right? Right. Any act of the plaintiff or the promisee from which the defendant, the promisor, or a stranger derives a benefit or advantage, or any labor, detriment, jar, inconvenience. I don't know if that's a misspelling. Jar, inconvenience sustained by the plaintiff, however small, if such act is performed, or inconvenience suffered by the plaintiff by the consent express or implied of the defendant. So it's talking about a benefit to the promisor or a loss or detriment to the promisee, right? So with a credit card, they're not putting anything up at all whatsoever. Just like I said in Money, Money, Money Part 2, which I just released, I think, yesterday. When you sign the promissory note, the promissory note to pay the credit card, they just turn around and trade that promissory note for the Federal Reserve notes, and then they just give you your own money back at interest. So there is no consideration in any sort of credit card a deal or mortgage. There is no consideration at all. So we have the definition of consideration. We have the definition of failure of consideration. Okay. Failure of consideration is in fact simply a want of consideration. Now, as per contract law, there has to be equal consideration in order to have a contract. So the whole point of what I'm trying to get at here with these definitions is there was no consideration, thus there is no contract. You think there's a contract, but there's not. And you need to prove to me that there is consideration, which they can't do. Otherwise, the contract dissolves instantaneously. So that's basically what I'm trying to do here with these definitions. Then you have the definition of tender. This one here is basically the second definition, right? The one that I went over in the previous video, in the Money, Money, Money Part 2 video. The offer of performance, not performance itself, and when unjustifiably refused, places other party in default and permits party making tender to exercise remedies for breach of contract. So I sent AMEX 3 checks in the form of 1099A negotiable instruments. So the thing is that they were all monetized, and they all 3 of them were for the specific amounts that I had put in this conditional acceptance to pay off all of the accounts in full, right? So because they didn't really reject it, that means that they accepted it. They either do nothing and say nothing, which means that they accepted it, or they send it back to you, which means that they rejected it. But they don't really reject those things because they know that as per this definition, and plus something else we're going to be going over here soon in the UCC, if they reject it, then it just discharges it either way. So they might as well just keep it. Fraud, here is the definition of fraud. A generic term embracing all multifarious means which human ingenuity can devise and which are resorted to by one individual to get advantage over another by false suggestions or by suppression of truth, and includes all surprise, trick, cunning, dissembling, and any unfair way by which another is cheated. Okay, bad faith and fraud are synonymous, and also synonyms of dishonesty, infidelity, faithlessness, perfidy, unfairness, etc. Right? Anything calculated to deceive, whether it be a single act or a combination of circumstances, whether the suppression of truth or the suggestion of what is false, whether it be blah, 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 blah. Anyways, it's actual or constructive, blah, blah. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. So the whole point of this particular definition and why I put this in here is because a lot of the definitions of fraud do have kind of this idea of intent, or they specifically say intent in them. So let me see if there's one that's non-intent. Yeah, it includes cases of the intentional and successful employment of any cunning, deception, or artifice used to circumvent or cheat another. Okay, so they with the design of perpetrating what he knows to be a cheat or deception. Okay, so So generally speaking, it has the idea intent in it, right? And then so they have the intent to fraud people. They have the intent to gain control over people or screw people over with all the bullshit that they're doing with these loans. Okay, so that's fraud. Justiciable controversy, which I said at the beginning of the thingy. This just says, like, you know, it's basically one person asserting something against somebody else, and they are contesting it, and then now this can be brought before a court. So I'm not detesting anything. That's why I put there is no justiciable controversy. All I'm doing is just saying, hey, prove a few things to me, and I'd be more than happy to pay this bill. Okay. So definition of money, which we've gone over a lot. Definition of instrument, which we've gone over a lot. Definition of negotiable instrument, which we've gone over a lot. Definition of bond, which is a certificate of evidence of debt. Okay. Section B, laws and statutes. I just kept this simple. This is a long time ago. I've learned a lot since this time. UCC 3-603 states, if tender of payment of an obligation to pay an instrument is made to a person entitled to enforce the instrument and the tender is refused, there is discharge to the extent of the amount of the tender. Just like I had said in Money, Money, Money Part 2. Whether they accept what you send them or they reject it, it doesn't fucking matter. The entire amount of whatever you tendered, whatever you sent in, is then discharged. Period. Period. End of story. Section C, facts and events. Number 1, I am not a U.S. citizen and have taken time to change my status to state citizen, U.S. national, as well as eliminate my volunteer employment status of the federal government as a withholding agent or any other capacity. I have never had a marriage license. I am a non-taxpayer and also a non-voter. via revocation of election and request for voter cancellation. As there is no way to pull me into statutory jurisdictions for a tribunal court, as I am only able to be judged by a jury of my peers and will never waive my right to a jury. I will also never accept a lawyer, as they are officers of the court. If you would like to take this matter to court, you can contact the California Assembly for a common law court assembly of a grand jury. I will not be seen or tried in a tribunal court of maritime law. As per the Constitution, I have the right to a grand jury for any amount over $20. Number 2, there is a trademark pending for my all-cap Sesta KV trust named Brandon Joe Williams, and you are expressly forbidden from placing that on any documentation mailed to me. I will only respond to communication expressly communicated to, all lowercase, Brandon-Joe: Williams, beneficiary. In all lowercase with the hyphen, comma, and colon. Any communication without that express title for my name will be returned to sender as incorrect address or name. Quote, Brandon J. Williams or any other variation of my name will not be responded to. The use of my trust name without permission is slander of credit, which is actually a technical term, and it's a federal securities violation and may be met with a lien if done. No consideration was put forth by both parties, only myself. American Express is involved in a failure of consideration on all accounts mentioned herein. That's number 3. Number 4, American Express is involved in fraud as per the above definitions by knowing that all debt is prepaid as per HJR 192 and charging a person's trust while at the same time accepting secondary payments on the account by sending, quote, bills to, quote, customers to collect Federal Reserve notes from them directly. There is also fraud in the way the money is created, where the promissory note is a negotiable instrument that is traded or, quote, sold for Federal Reserve notes and given back to the, quote, customer, as if the money is coming from the bank and also given at interest, which violates contract law as well as trust law, as the customer, quote unquote, is the beneficiary in the transaction. Then a reverse trust scam is used to flip the customer to a trustee without them knowing it. Number 5. I am aware of the fact that my account has been double dipped for each transaction using 1099-A forms to access my Sesta KV trust. There may even be triple or more dips happening that I am unaware of. Number 6, I am going to assist you in double dipping by enclosing a new 1099-A form with all 3 parts of the sheet filled out. Because the 1099-A forms, the original ones that come from the IRS, they have 3 checks on them. 1, 2, 3, right? So I filled out all 3 of the checks, okay? One was for my cabbage loans. One was for the AMEX card that was ending in 1002. And one was for the card ending in 2001. All 3 negotiable instruments will be monetized on the back to make them officially negotiable instruments. Number 7. I don't mind the double dip as long as the accounts are ideally paid in full and left open. But from my research, you generally close the accounts when this style of payment is used. I would prefer to have the accounts open if allowed. Number 8, Federal Reserve notes are not money as per the definition above. Federal Reserve notes are negotiable debt instruments or bonds. The 1099-A form I will be sending you is also a negotiable instrument. You cannot reject this negotiable instrument just because you prefer, quote unquote, another negotiable instrument as per UCC 3-306 and the definition of tender above. Definition number 2. If the 1099-A form enclosed is not accepted, then all these accounts are instantly discharged and you should send the 1099-A form back to me to be destroyed. As per the definition of negotiable instrument above, each 1099-A slip will be signed, monetized, on the back. If you keep the 1099-A form, I will assume you are cashing it. If you send the 1099-A form back to me, then the debt will be discharged without payment as my negotiable instrument has been unjustifiably rejected as per UCC 3-306 we went over before. Section D, conditions for acceptance. Number 1, please accept the enclosed 1099-A sheet. 3 total submissions, 3 checks on the submission, okay? And mark all accounts as paid in full. I would like to keep the accounts open, but I assume you will close them. If they are allowed to be kept open, then please let me know via letter or email. I would love to continue to use my accounts while permitting double dipping with 1099-A forms. Ideally, in the future, I would just submit them online to make this easier. Then I can email in copies for you to process. If the person reading this is unfamiliar with how to cash the negotiable instruments I have sent in, they should find someone who knows how to do that. You will need the 1099 OID, 1040V, 1096, and 8888 forms. The 8888 is for direct deposit rather than check and allows you to get your money faster. If the 1099-A is accepted, then that is all the conditional acceptance requires. If it is not accepted, then this will be the following conditions for acceptance. Number 2, please provide evidence of consideration beyond any reasonable doubt that equals or exceeds all money paid into this policy. Oh, this is actually, I should have changed this. This is actually a copy and paste from a previous conditional acceptance. All money paid into this policy throughout the life of the policy in relation to the number of claims made on the policy. Oh, geez, I messed up on this. So this should have said, please provide evidence of consideration beyond any reasonable doubt that equals or exceeds all money paid into this account throughout the life of the account. Number 3, please provide evidence showing beyond a shadow of a doubt that there is no wanton consideration as regards to this account. And then number 4, provide evidence and proof as to how exactly the money was created, as well as what fund or pool the funds came from that show it was a legal and correct source of funds. So I guess I didn't spot that I had not changed that over. I was actually, this is copied and pasted from a previous conditional acceptance that I had sent to a insurance company. So anyways, here's a star and a note. Please have all the above points sent back as a notarized affidavit of truth by an individual human swearing under oath the truth and accuracy of each point. Okay? Again, if the 1099-A form is accepted and the accounts are marked paid in full, then points 2, 3, and 4 are irrelevant and can be ignored in order to complete this contract. Section E, limitations of time. From the point of signature of receipt of this conditional acceptance, as per the postal code listed above, I will give you 30 days from receipt to fully address each of the above points, point by point. Otherwise, this matter will be considered settled and paid in full with regards to the accounts mentioned herein. After 30 days, if no response is given, please send a receipt showing the account paid in full for all the accounts individually. Again, I would like to leave these accounts open and pay them with online submissions of 1099-A forms permitting double dipping. If additional time is needed, please do not hesitate to request additional time via email to myself. My approval will need to be in writing to be considered an official extension of time, either via email or via letter. Avouchment. I, Brandon Joe, family of Williams, do hereby avow that based upon my first-hand knowledge and information relayed to me from research, this conditional acceptance is true, accurate, and correct to the best of my knowledge, information, and belief, and conveys the conditions set forth as intended by me. And there's my signature, California. Please see attached jurat, California jurat. And then there was actually a separate jurat that was used here. You can see California jurat with affiant statement, which is basically the person writing an affidavit. And here is the notary's information. And then here's an optional section, and this is the description of attached document. Okay. So this is the original conditional acceptance that was written by, hold on one second. There's one other thing I wanted to grab for you guys. So this that was the let me see here. I got so excited that I just kind of like jumped on this thing. So yeah, that's the conditional acceptance that I sent to AMEX. It's way more advanced than the other one that I had sent you guys, the first one, because it has the trademark and it's got like way more information and stuff, you know. So I never heard a word back, but here's the deal. So I sent it certified mail, and then on the certified mail thingy, or you send it registered mail, and you check mark this little box here, like you learned in the course, signature confirmation, right? So what happens when you do that is you get back the let me see here. Oh, let me see here. I am missing one thing. Give me 1 second here. I've been talking about this one for so long too that this conditional acceptance and making a video about it, that finally here I am, finally ready to send it out, and I got so excited that I have not even fully prepared for this, but it's okay. Well, this sucks. Hold on 1 second. All right. I'm back. I got so excited that I didn't have all the pieces to the puzzle here, but now I do. And you guys are going to fucking die over this shit. It's so funny. All right. So let me download this. All right. And then let me make sure that I'm with you guys here. Okay. So, here we go. So when I sent in the conditional acceptance, I got back these. So you can see here on the screen, this is what you get back from when you send in the conditional acceptance. And you can see here on the lower left, you can see this is the numbers that were sent on the registered mail. Okay, this is who it was sent to on the left-hand side. And then on the right-hand side here, this is the person who signed for it. You can see it's their original signature in black ink, Thomas Sevier. Okay? So this guy, Thomas Sevier, he didn't check the checkbox agent, but he should have, because he's an agent of Stephen J. Squeary, who's the CEO of American Express. And you can see that I sent... This is the back of the 3811 form. That's this form here, okay? So I figured something would happen, and I figured it would go somewhere, and it never did, and it just took forever, and nothing ever happened. And they just started calling me, and they just kind of pretended that they never ever received any of my information or my parcel or anything. They basically just pretended that it doesn't even exist, okay? Now, I've been trying to figure out, I mean, it doesn't really fucking matter. I mean, I've got the signature. I've got the signature that they received the parcel. So there is literally no, like, question about the fact that they received it. So as long as I hold on to that evidence, there's not really any issues, because there's no way for them to say, like, oh, I never got it. Like, I have evidence that they got it. So that's not particularly a problem. But so I've just been kind of like, whatever, like, they keep calling me and sending me shit and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't really care. Like, what are you guys going to do to me? Nothing, right? But I recently realized that there's something really, really, really amazing and fun and exciting And it all comes down to this bad boy right here, the Polaroid, okay? So now I'm going to show you what I'm going to be sending in this week, okay? So first and foremost, the secret weapon is the Polaroid. So I'm going to show you the Polaroid that I made, and I'm going to send all this into just the normal, like American Express payment processing center, just the normal one that they put on the statements themselves, okay? So what it's going to have is right here. I'll show it to you guys. So this is a picture of the Polaroid that I made for AMEX, okay? This is a cucumber outfit that I had bought on Amazon, and I made a Polaroid out of it. And I actually have the Polaroid right here, so I can show it to you guys live before I send it. Here it is right here. So you can see like how it looks and the size of it. And then here's the back, and you can see that, okay? Now, that bad boy is going in a parcel, and I'm gonna put a copy of the conditional acceptance, the original one, into the parcel, and then I'm gonna send it probably certified mail because it's not like a big deal. It's just a letter, right? But here's the front, and then here's the back. The front says to my sexy, amazing Amex trustee, and there's a little heart, and then on the back it says, "I pray you're a woman. I promise I'm not gay." Okay, that's the back, okay? Now, it's going to be enclosed with all of my recent statements, and then there's going to be the Polaroid, and then there's going to be the original signature, a copy of the original signature of Thomas Sevier, so they can see that that Thomas Sevier did sign for the original parcel. And then it's also going to have this letter. "Hello there, my dear friend. I hope you are having a good day. If you are not, I have enclosed a Polaroid of myself in a pickle costume that I made especially for you. No joke. I walked downstairs and found a couple of hot girls, and it was really awkward, but I said, I know this sounds strange, but I need 3 Polaroids of me in a pickle costume to send to a friend. I wasn't sure how to do a Polaroid, so I took 3. The one I'm sending you is the one that came out best. Forgive me, this is my first time creating Polaroids. I hope you love it. Keep it on your desk to put a smile on your face when times are tough. I'll be there for you." Now, this story is all completely fucking true. I literally went downstairs in my apartment complex. I was like, well, fuck, like, this is an amazing excuse to talk to a bunch of hot girls. There was a shitload of hot girls down there. I found 2 that were kind of stationary and they were working. And I was like, yo, like, what's up, hotties? You know, not really. I just said, hey, this is like super awkward. I had the pickle costume and I had the Polaroid camera and I didn't even really know how to turn it on. And I was like, hey, this is super awkward, but can you guys take some Polaroids of me in this pickle outfit, right? And they were cool with it. The one girl thought it was hilarious. The other girl was like not digging it too much, but they helped me out. It was awesome. Met some people in the building, okay? So I said, I have a problem that I am hoping you would be so kind as to assist. I sent in 3 checks to pay my account in full, and they were signed by Thomas Sevier. I have enclosed the original conditional acceptance that I sent in, as well as a copy of the original 3811 form with Thomas's signature on it, showing that he did receive the parcel. I have also included all my previous statements, as I would like my account to be retrogressed, not sure what word to use, to when I sent in those 3 checks, and any additional fees or interest that was added after that date to be taken off my account so that my accounts can be paid in full and so that I can begin to use my cards again. Could you assist me in finding the checks that I sent in that Thomas paid for and help me get my account back? Thomas paid for and help me get my account paid for by my checks. The checks are from a trust account, and the trustee to that account is not available, so I have no way to know if the checks have been cashed, but I am getting many calls, so I don't know why my account has not been marked as fully paid. I would like to start using my cards again. Please also mark my account as do not call until all this can be sorted out. These checks were for both my Amex cards and my cabbage loans. I said here, thank you so much. I know it must be boring and stressful with a job taking and handling payments all day long. I hope my Polaroid makes you the most popular person in your area and you and your coworkers get a good laugh from it. And for the love of God, I hope you're female. If you're a dude, then hell, maybe you can use it to pick up that cute girl you've had your eye on in the office. They say don't fuck your coworkers, but I don't know. You have the power of Pickle Man on your side, so I can be your wingman for this one if you really want to go for it. You rock. Much love. Platonic if you're a dude. Gross. Brandon Joe Williams, beneficiary, certified mail. And here's the certified mail number. So basically, like, it doesn't fucking matter if they do anything with any of this. It doesn't fucking matter if they. You never want to put on here like, did you receive it? Is it there? Like, no, you already have proof. You already have evidence. Like, if you went into a courtroom or something like that, you would just bring, not that would ever fucking happen. I'm just saying, like, you would just send in a picture of that thing, the signature that proves that Thomas Sevier or somebody had paid for this thing, or had picked it up and signed for it, and that's really all you have to do. I mean, it's really, really super ultra simple. Not that you even have to do any of that, but it's just like, you know, there's a lot of like anger and frustration and hostility and like, how do I get people to accept my 1099A and this and that? Well, it's like, if they didn't send it back to you, then they did accept it. Whether you like it, whether they like it, doesn't fucking matter. And by them, again, it's just like I said in the Money Part 2, they're breaking the law by not accepting your negotiable instrument. So they're breaking their law. They're breaking statute, their law. You know, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to lean them? Are you going to send them Polaroids? Are you just not going to give a fuck? I mean, I'm kind of in the category of like, I just really don't give a fuck. Like, part of the reason why I'm even sending this shit is just for fun, literally. Like, I could care less. They're never going to get anywhere with me at all, ever. It's like never going to go anywhere at all whatsoever. The most they're going to do is call me a bunch and annoy me, and then eventually report it to the credit agency, and then within 48 hours, I'll take it down. So it's super easy to get this credit stuff taken off of your credit report. I mean, you just say, I mailed in payments. You could say, like, HJR 192 says there are no debts. There are no public debts. You could say, you know, public law 73-10. You could say all these different things. There's like 9 different ways to skin the cat when it comes to getting your credit score repaired if they report it to the credit bureau. So that is a joke. They can't come after you. They can't do anything. They don't want you going into any sort of courtroom or anything with any of this information and start asking questions or start making it a court of record and start that's like their worst nightmare, because then all this shit's going to get out. So they'll never do that. They're not going to do anything. They're going to just report you to the bureau, and then it's like, okay, you write like one dispute letter and send it in. And by law, the credit bureau has to take down the dispute until the dispute has been completed. So I wouldn't doubt it if they don't want anybody knowing it either. So you send in the dispute, and then they go, oh, we're like looking over your dispute, and then they just are looking over the dispute forever. But the thing is that while they're looking over the dispute, they have to take down the dispute. So you win either way. You win if they just never say anything and they just take it down and just analyze the dispute forever, then it's still gone. It doesn't fucking matter if they approve it or not. So there's literally no way you can fucking lose with this shit. It gets to a point where, bro, just get a fucking Polaroid camera and have a shitload of fun. Buy costumes on the fucking internet. Go on Amazon. I have a red panda onesie that I haven't worn yet. I have another really hilarious Christmas onesie. Okay, I have a Master Roshi outfit from Dragon Ball Z with the fucking staff and everything and the mustache. I'm gonna wear that fucking thing. I'm gonna take Polaroids and send these fucking people Polaroids of me in Master Roshi outfit. I'm gonna go down and find some fucking hot girl and say, hey, can I take a Polaroid of you and me together to send to an old friend of mine? I don't know. Who fucking cares, bro? Send them Polaroids of your fucking dog. Like, I recommend that you put your own face or body in the Polaroid, because then it's like, yo, check out me and blah doing something, or check out me doing the dishes. I love doing the dishes, or whatever. It could be something simple. It doesn't need to be, a Master Roshi outfit. You know what I mean? It could be anything. You know what I mean? But basically, this right here, I'm telling you, I've been telling all my fans and stuff on Facebook and Instagram, and I've been yelling about this Polaroid thing. This is the greatest strap-on. It's got a strap. This is the greatest strap-on in the world, and I am just so excited about all your conditional acceptances, everything. If you're sending something into the fucking county, if you're sending something into this or that or this or that, like you're gonna send this fucking Polaroid in, and then they and all their friends, they're gonna get together and talk, and it's like they haven't had a laugh or a smile in God knows how long, and here they get this fucking pickle man. They don't know it's one stupid fuck. I don't know if they're gonna look me up or whatever. We'll see, but I just said pickle man because I'm not trying to promote myself, or I don't really care if they find my shit or not, to be totally honest. So make this fun, make this exciting. This is, in my opinion, the huge monster evolution that is going to change all of what we're doing. It needs to shift. We need to shift our mindset from this fucking fuck you, blah blah blah. You need to accept my payment, blah 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 blah. And we need to start off super fun and playful and light. I mean, obviously you can get a claim of lien, and we can do stuff like that too. But realize is there even any what's the real risk if you're discharging a mortgage? They can't do anything. They fucking can't do anything. So yeah, they're not accepting your payment, but they can't foreclose on you. They can't do anything because you've technically paid the whole thing off by law. And you just tell them, bro, take me to court, bro. Let's go, dude. Take me to court and turn on the fucking TV cameras, bro. Turn on all the cameras and let's fucking go in there. And they're like, oh, well, actually, never mind, bro. You can just keep the house, whatever. They're not going to want to do that. So, have fun with this, man. I mean, if you're trying to pay for something in order to get something in exchange and you don't really have any leverage, maybe you can get more into a claim of lien and that kind of thing. But if you've already got the car and you're discharging it, if you've already got the credit card debt and the credit cards are already spent and you're trying to discharge that, or there's some other debt or a house or a mortgage or something like that, who gives a fuck, dude? Who gives a fuck? You sent in the payment. You have a receipt that they received the payment. As per UCC 3-603 or whatever the fuck, the one we just went over, it's over, bro. The thing's paid off. The thing's fully discharged. So I don't really see the problem. Plus, I mean, yes, I've had people tell me oh, is that your way of showing that you're a fucking human or whatever? It's yeah, okay, yeah, it is, kind of. But really, I mean, I don't really give a shit about that. I mean, yeah, it is. It's not like it's not. I'm going to show you guys this thing too. So it's not like you're not doing that. It's not like you're not showing that you're human. Yeah. That's not really the point, though. The point is to create an emotional connection, to make them laugh, to give them some fucking excitement in their day or whatever, right? The point is not you're trying to benefit them with the Polaroid. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to be the trustee and they're the beneficiary in this particular sub moment. They're the trustee and you're the beneficiary on the whole thing in your account, right? But in this moment, in this second, you're being the trustee just to make them laugh and enjoy their wretched existence for 5 seconds or maybe longer or whatever. And you're writing them this kind of funny letter and then you're sending them this Polaroid. And yeah, so I'm super excited about the Polaroid. And then one other thing I wanted to share with you guys on this is I bought this this seal, and it's pretty cool. I think you guys will like it. And it's basically what it is it's basically like a press, okay? And it doesn't have any ink in it. It doesn't have any ink in it, and you customize what you want it to say or look like, okay? And it's $80 or something, or $70. so well. It says Brandon Joe, family of Williams, official seal, the living man. So I'll say that again. I don't know if you can, I hope you can read that. It says Brandon-Joe, family of Williams. Now, I tried to get, on this seal, now I'm going to put this seal on all my paperwork. This paperwork here, I was going to do it and then show it to you after doing it, but I got so fucking excited tonight after doing the Polaroid and everything and the pickle costume. I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is the moment to finally do this conditional acceptance I've been talking about forever. That's why I didn't even have those documents ready. I just ran over here and turned the camera on. I got so excited. But this is cool. I recommend this. I do have the red thumbprint pads too. So you're kind of like, yes. The answer is yes. You're trying to be the living person as much as you can. Yes. But you also don't want it to be like, look how alive I am. Look how alive I am. Ugh. It's like the seal and the thumbprint and the signature and the Polaroid. You're turning this into a human experience. It's not just look how human I am. Look how you're like turning the entire communication into like a live human communication. It's not like fuck you, just approve my shit, fuck you, blah blah blah. But it's like what I wrote. Hey yo, if you need a wingman, if you want to fuck your coworker, let's go, dude. I'm gonna help you fuck your coworker. You know what I mean? Like that is like it's just like Dan Pena says. He always talks about. He says there's a poll, and how many people have had fantasies about fucking their coworkers, and it's like and the the survey results is like 88% said yes, and the remaining 12% is lying. Bro, I love Dan Pena so fucking much, dude. Oh my God, I fucking love that guy. Dan S. Pena, the QLA guy, Quantum Leap Advantage. Oh, I just love him so much. I've read his book like 29 times, dude. But he says he says the survey is 88% said yes and 12% are lying. That's where I got this thing from for this letter. I was like, all right, I'm doing fucking Dan Pena here, dude. I'm gonna help this guy out, fuck his coworker. You know what I mean? Like, anyways, this is the conditional acceptance for the AMEX and then also communicating. It's just not fucking serious. Oh my God, it's just so unserious, guys. Seriously, like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck what they do? Who cares? What are they going to do? What are they going to do? What's Amex going to do? What are they going to fucking do, bro? I got my passport. I got my verification of election. Everything's all fucking tied up as fuck. I literally, like, I'm so fucking uncontracted into the system. It's insane. Literally, they can't even pull me into a fucking normal courtroom. They'd have to do like a common law court. And common law people hate these fucking creditor people that are fucking people over and lying and cheating and ripping them off and sucking them like vampires. They'll never, they know for a fact if they walk into a fucking common law court, oh my God, they're going to be murdered before they even show up in the courtroom. So, what are they going to do? I don't own anything. What are they going to do? Are they going to take something from me? I don't own anything. So what are they going to do? There's nothing they can do. And you say, well, I own a lot of shit and I'm scared. Okay, put all your shit in trusts. Put it in your friends' names. Do whatever. Don't have assets under your name. You know what assets under your name means? It's assets under your name in all capital letters. So it's assets under a corporation that the United States government owns. So by having those assets in your name, they're just sitting there waiting to get stolen from you, and it's actually very easy for them to steal it from you. They literally own your assets just as much as you do. to the point where they can just literally just dip into your account and take it, just like the government does when, they want to, you don't pay something or you do something or whatever, the IRS or whatever. So if you do have things in your name and you're scared about them coming and taking it, you should be spending all your time moving your assets, not writing up this shit. I mean, that should be your first priority. Getting out of the system, uncontracting as much as you can, moving all your assets out from underneath your name, getting it somewhere safe, and then now it's playtime. It's all playtime. This is all playtime, man. I'm just having fun. This is just a sandbox. We're doing Polaroids. I will send them fucking dick pics, bro. Like, I literally don't give a fuck at all. I will send them pictures of my bleached asshole, literally. So just realize, like, when it gets to this point and you're having this much fun, it's infectious. They're like, wow, this dude, is so, maybe they're not. I don't know. I don't care. I mean, the bottom line is that you're going to inject some fun and some life into that payment office. You know what I mean? With your Polaroid and your letter. And if it doesn't go anywhere, who fucking cares, bro? Who fucking cares? So that's basically where I'm at with this. I will post more as we go. If I get anything back or if anything exciting happens, I'll let you know. But this has been something you guys have wanted for a long time, and I appreciate your patience. And actually, I don't think there's any other real, like, oh my God, everyone's waiting for this kind of a deal right now. I think I'm kind of caught up with this video, which feels pretty good too. Maybe I'll go out and get drunk tonight to celebrate and wake up naked in a crop circle. If any girls want to join me, wake up naked in a crop circle, or wake up naked in a city park fountain. That's another good one that I enjoy very much. Anyways, all right, guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much. This is going to be on the course, and it's going to be on the Contract Killer course sign-up page. So you can find it in either location. So again, thank you. The Polaroids this is the evolution. This is where we're headed. I promise you, this is the future. Don't stress yourself out. Don't get all fucking stressed and send shit in and get all pissy and pissed off and you're angry and now your family has to deal with an angry mom or an angry dad or your fucking girlfriend or your boyfriend or your side hoe or whoever's now having to deal with, an angry, upset fucking person. It's just not worth it, man. I mean, what is there to be fucking angry, upset about? You start getting into shit like Polaroids, everybody wins, bro. Everybody fucking wins. Polaroids are the fucking answer, bro. Everything needs to have a fucking Polaroid. Everything. Like, if I could go back and put a Polaroid in and a little letter with my fucking passport application, I would have. I got a 5-star, so I can't get anything better. But, like, everything, bro. Like, my revocation of election that I sent to the IRS. Oh, dude, if I could rewrite that thing, I would cool it way down. It was all fucking harsh and nasty and shitty. And I would have cooled it way down, and I would have sent in one of these bad boys right here. I'm telling you. This right here, if you want to send shit in, I mean, it doesn't matter if they come after you or not. They can't do anything. They're fucked, and they know it. They try to intimidate you. That's all they can really do. As long as you realize that, they can't do anything to you, okay? But I'm telling you, when you send in Polaroids and you make it fun and you make it cute and you make it exciting, I would say you probably reduce the chances that they're going to get all pissy and come after you with a fucking knife. They're just going to laugh and say, this guy's fucking crazy as fuck. Just file him. I mean, whatever, So, but you're not doing it just for you. You're not doing it just as a selfish thing. You're doing it as something to kind of like inject that humanity, inject that life, inject that fun, that affinity, that fun, that excitement, that you're making the whole fucking thing a human interaction. And the more that you do that, yes, the more you prove that you are human. So it all comes together, but you're not trying to make it human, you're just making it human. You're not trying to make it a human interaction, it's just a human interaction. It's no different than going to the gas station or meeting a cute girl who fucking drops something and she's bending over and you're like, damn, look at that ass. Like, it's all the same shit. It's literally all the same thing. You're just making all these things a human interaction. And I'm telling you, this is like, I had this realization like 4 or 5 days ago or 6 days ago, and I'm telling you, this thing is huge. Like, what have I brought to the table when it comes to this whole movement and all the people working on this movement? I've kind of brought everything together into one kind of like course, and it's like very kind of like linear and cohesive. That's one thing that a lot of people like. Yes, I've brought the humor. Yes, I've brought the simplicity. I've brought these things, but that's mainly like, but in terms of like real technology, in terms of like, what have I offered to this movement that's actually like evolving the movement itself and the technology itself? I'm telling you, this is it, bro. This is it right here. I am so fucking proud. I am so fucking proud that I'm about ready to send in this Polaroid of me in a fucking pickle outfit, bro. This is the evolution of law. This is the evolution of the conditional acceptance. This is the evolution of the state national movement. This is the evolution of everything that all of you people are trying to do and that I'm trying to do. And I promise you, and yes, I don't have the results yet because I'm just doing it now, but I swear to God, I guarantee this is the direction that we need to head. So buy a fucking Polaroid camera, go on fucking Amazon. I paid $150. It came with 16 films. So you're going to need to buy maybe one extra film pack somewhere. I haven't done that yet. 16. I fucked up the first two. Well, the second one's kind of okay. The third one's fucked up. So, you know, it's $150. I don't know how much the reloads are, but this shit is worth its weight in fucking absolute gold. You can also get a seal. Those are cool too. You can customize it with the letters. Now, keep in mind that the seal, as you saw, I tried to make mine in all lowercase, and it came in all uppercase. So you may want to call the company. They may not even offer something in all lowercase. So if you're concerned about upper and lowercase, you may want to call them before you order one of these and see how it's going to come out, because mine came out in all uppercase. You can get ink pads, red ink pads for your thumb. If you want to, you can get those on Amazon for like $5 or $6. And yeah, dude, Polaroid, buy my merch, buy my hat. I don't need your fucking money. What I need is this in your home. I need to know that this is in your home. I need to know that me and my big fucking dick in my mankini is inside your home, dude. It's called Big Dick Energy, and I need your help to achieve Big Dick Energy. So, okay, guys, I think that's everything, and I love you guys, and Polaroid time, bitch. Let's go.